Most of us have looked at a dog cowering after chewing a shoe and assumed he feels guilty. We naturally project our own mental architecture onto the animals around us, convinced they share our inner world. Scientists call this theory of mind. It is the ability to look past outward behavior to represent the hidden internal states of others, identifying their specific beliefs, desires, and visual perspectives. This cognitive bridge is what allows humans to engage in high-level communication, coordinated deception, and the transmission of complex culture. This curiosity isn't new. For centuries, thinkers like Charles Darwin argued that the social passions of humans were likely refined versions of instincts found throughout the animal kingdom, but proving that link is a methodological nightmare. While we can ask a human child to verbally explain what they think another person believes, we cannot use language to peer into the mind of a chimpanzee or a bird. This leaves us with a high-stakes scientific hurdle. If animals can be shown to possess a true theory of mind, it suggests that the cognitive foundations we consider uniquely human are actually part of a much older, shared evolutionary history. Throughout the 1990s, the search for an answer took place in sterile laboratory settings, where researchers attempted to measure primate intelligence through human-designed tasks. In the Knower-Guesser experiments, chimpanzees were asked to beg for food from one of two people. One researcher could clearly see the chimp, while the other sat with a large opaque bucket over their head. The results were underwhelming. The chimps begged from the bucket-wearing researcher just as often as the one who could see. To skeptics, this proved the chimps weren't reading minds. They were just following simple associations to get a reward. However, a new wave of researchers argued these tests lacked ecological validity. Chimpanzees are natural competitors, not cooperative beggars, meaning a test based on asking for food might not trigger their actual social intelligence. In a 2000 breakthrough, Brian Hare placed a dominant and a subordinate chimpanzee in an arena with food hidden behind opaque barriers. The subordinate specifically targeted items hidden from the dominant's view, making a tactical choice based on what his rival could not see. This suggests that animals may only manifest their highest social competences when the situation matches the competitive pressures they face in the wild. Even with these results, philosophers raised a significant objection known as the logical problem. They argued the chimp didn't necessarily need to understand the rival's mind. It might have simply been tracking a line of gaze, a purely physical calculation of geometry. To definitively prove mind reading, the test had to be harder. An animal would have to anticipate a false belief, predicting how someone will act based on information that the animal knows is wrong. In 2016, researchers used eye-tracking technology to watch apes as they viewed a recorded drama. In the video, a human actor watches a researcher in a King Kong suit hide inside one of two haystacks. Then comes the deception. While the human's back is turned, King Kong moves to the other haystack and then leaves entirely. The human now falsely believes the target is still in the first haystack. As the human returned to the scene, the ape's eyes locked onto the first haystack. Even though the apes knew it was empty, they predicted the human would look there, successfully anticipating a belief that contradicted reality. This indicated that the apes weren't just tracking physical objects, they were representing a version of the world that existed only inside another individual's head. Despite these findings, the scientific impasse continues. Some skeptics still argue that even predicting a false belief could be the result of incredibly complex, yet non-mental, pattern recognition. This has led to a critique called anthropofabulation. Philosophers argue that we have set the bar for true mind reading so high that even most humans would fail the test if we judge them by the same rigid, non-linguistic criteria. Rather than trying to prove that animals think exactly like we do, many researchers are now looking at social cognition as a diverse toolkit, varying species by species. This includes tracking emotional states. In ravens, researchers have documented consolation behavior, where bystanders provide physical comfort to the victims of a fight to help alleviate their distress. Other studies show that scrub jays can track the specific food desires of their mates, delivering the exact type of snack their partner craves, even if the male has no personal hunger for it. By looking beyond our own definitions of intelligence, we are discovering that animals don't need to pass human tests to prove they are navigating deep and complex social realities of their own.